I think that worked. Awesome. Trying to, hello, happy Wednesday, people. Hi, Beth. I'm trying to learn how to schedule it ahead of time so it will be in the waiting queue, and I've still got a few tricks to figure out, but I really need to meet with you and get that stuff for Kelly over to you, Beth, one of these days. Maybe an outside Starbucks meetup. How are you doing? Are you still working from home part of the time? I'm trying something that in a way that I don't normally work. So this may be a complete and utter fail. I don't know. We're going to see. I have way too many paper scraps, and they're all nicely sorted, and they're never getting used. So, hey, hi. Oh, good. You're waiting outside, huh? The kiddo's waiting with you, I hope. How is your new shop doing? I'm hoping people are coming over to buy from you. This is, like I said, not a way that I normally work, but I want to try and batch some likely papers together because I spend so much time dilly-dallying around. And so I thought, well, if I could kind of batch some things for some flat clusters, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to attach them later. Fishing. Fishing is good. So that's my plan, is just to kind of do this because there is so many pieces. There are so many pieces of paper. 1 to 2 days a week, that's not bad. Oh, I'm glad you feel like that. Why didn't you open one sooner? That's awesome. You know, I'm closing in. That's why I wanted to do something kind of easy today. Yesterday, I actually started on the garage, which is kind of important because I need to be able to move a lot of the messy big things out there. And my husband was able to take a couple breaks from work to help me move some of the big stuff around. I mean, this is crazy. This is just the blues and yellows. Way too many things. So I'm going to go out there after the live here. I will go out and do some more. And I mean, I love using little scraps like this in the journals, but if I can get these things batched in color families the way I like to work ahead of time, then maybe they'll go faster on the journal prep. You know, and it's more than just organizing for me. It's actually been a mind shift about the kind of work that I want to do and the way I want to work. You know, and it's so easy when we're watching all the videos. It's like, oh, I want to do stuff like this, and I want to do stuff like this. And I realized, you know, I need to think about what kind of an artist I want to be and how I want to be known and that sort of stuff. I don't need to compete with the other people out there because, you know, they're doing them and I need to do me. And I was trying to be too many different things, I think. Don't like that. Ooh. Sometimes it's very easy to make a decision. Yeah, it's a transitional period. And like the fabrics, you know, I cleaned out some of the fabrics, but I realized, you know, I have some vintage fabrics that I love for vintage type journals. And then the other commercial fabrics aren't as exciting to me anymore. I want to be dyeing my own fabrics. So that just means clean some stuff out so I have room. All right, so my blues are all over the place. Let's see, let's try this. Hey Liz, haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing okay. You've been on my mind, wondering how you were. I am still, if you can believe it, in the organizing phase of my life, but it's all good. It really is. It's all good. All right, that is too big. I definitely would not use a piece that big on a page. Oh my goodness, this one doesn't, this is a baby wipe, does not want to tear. We will employ the scissors. Maybe. Wow. So those scissors only want to sharp at the ends. Busy but good. That's good. Yeah, I miss getting things in the shop, which is coming up. I think I'm going to do some live sales on some of the stuff. Okay, these guys go together. These guys go together. And, you know, maybe I won't find everything that goes on it all at the same time, and that's okay too. I just think I'm more likely to pick up something like this when I've got so much, because it's overwhelming when you have, you know, that's the big lesson for me right now is, you know, I have made my life overwhelming in some ways just by collecting so much stuff, much more stuff than I need. And then it just sort of blocks me. I just don't even want to move forward on any of it because it's like, wow, it's just, where do I start? So, you know, cautionary tale for people, you know, don't go so crazy. Don't go so crazy with stuff. I'm going to steal a little bit from here. I'll put these purples together here. You know, and I've got little images that I could always put on here, and I have quotes I can put on here, but I think it's better just to have the stuff batched and ready to go. Let's see what other, let's see if I have any other blues and purples in here. Yeah, quick bulk clean out. That's what I want to do. Hey, Debbie. Good evening to you. Haven't seen you on a live for a long time. Carla sometimes pops over. Hope you're doing well and family's being safe. Liz, that's what I've been doing, destashing for like months. You know, I have enough that I could have, you know, opened up a storefront, you know, a physical storefront if I wanted to. It was ridiculous. So it feels good to walk in there and look at my materials and see these are all things that I really love to work with. And, you know, we outgrow some things. We decide we don't want to work in a certain way anymore. These are like snippets of jelly prints. But having so many pieces of paper in so many different places is makes me kind of insane right now. All right, let's do some purple. You know, and of course I can ink these up and do things to them once I'm getting them in. And I mean, there are empty shelves in the studio, which is just kind of mind-boggling to me. It's like, what the heck? I have empty shelves? All right, I want some more purple. There's lots more purple. Lots more purple in there. Let's see. You guys can see the pile. So I'm going to have a big mess to clean up when I'm done here, but that's okay. Some of this. Different shade of purple I need. Ooh, there we go. See? Now, I might, you know, if I'm working on a purple journal, I might make this like one big cluster, but more than likely what I'm going to do is tear them into smaller strips so I can just do those little bits on the edge of a page, or maybe make them into a tab or what have you, but I know these colors go together. Or maybe they'll end up in the destash sale too. Who knows? I've got to work back in the garage this afternoon because I've got these tubs that I have been filling and filling. Okay, I took out too much stuff. See, I'm overwhelming myself again with stuff to sell. I mean, the tubs are just filled. So there's like 10 tubs of things to sell. But I figured at least they're out of the studio. And I'm purposely working with colors. Normally, these are not colors I do a lot with anymore. But I'm pushing myself into this area. Yeah, it's a great basket of goodies. I've got like 5 of them, but it's too much because it's just too much. Yeah, soap making, that's going to take some space. And what I'm trying to do in the garage is I have a big roasting, like standalone roasting pan that I got at Goodwill, and I would like to set that up out there for eco dyeing along with my fry pan and my other stuff. And my leaves, the small leaves and things I can keep in the house, but the larger leaves or my pieces of bark, I need a place to put outside. So we set up another counter outside yesterday. But I got to get a place for those bins. Okay, this is why I'm not working with these colors anymore. They're pretty to look at, but I'm not, see, this is not a way I normally work. I can tell. It's all not working. All right, I'm going to tear this again. I'm going to do just little bits that match. Little bits. Hey, Shelby. Okay, you got to work. We understand. You got to make the money for the supplies. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe September I can start doing some of the live sales. I'm not going to push myself to try and go earlier because I know that's just going to stress me. Okay, I should have brought a container to put these little guys in, but I don't know. I hope I don't do all this and then like tear them all apart and say, forget it, I don't want to work like this. But like I said, if nothing else, they can go in make a big bag of them and put them in a sale. It might not be a bad idea, huh? What do you think? If I filled a sandwich bag with them, the little scraps. And we fall into this trap, and I know you guys have heard me say this a bunch of times already, of thinking we need to have everything we see somebody using on, YouTube. We watch their video, and it's like, oh, gotta have it. And we don't. And we also don't need as much of it as we think. I mean, I went through the fibers, and I was putting all my little fibers are going to have one baggie that's got 30 yards. So it might be 5 colors in 30 yards, or it might be 10 colors in 3 yards. But there'll be 30 yards in the bag. And I still have 2 huge, baskets huge like that, completely filled with fibers, plus all my little jars of the smaller amounts of fibers. It's like I barely made a dent in it, and I've got 75 baggies of those things. It's nuts. Yeah, I think they might be popular. I'm liking this idea. That might motivate me to keep going on this. This would be a good TV. I'm always looking for TV activity because we watch baseball in the evenings, and I need something I can kind of concentrate on, but not take my full attention. So buried the scissors. So now that I said that, I'm kind of liking that. Plus, it'll help me use up my millions of paper clips. People, this is one jar of paper clips. This is like a relish jar of paper clips. I accidentally, when I needed paper clips a couple years ago, I went to order some on Amazon. Didn't realize I had already put some in my cart, and I ended up with like 60 boxes of paper clips. It was ridiculous. But I'm liking the idea. See, and I can even add more to these as okay, you guys are helping me. You help. I mean, you can't throw away stuff like this because it's all these yummy colors, but again, it's not the way I'm working a lot lately. I tend to work a lot with these handmade papers, but not in pink because pink just isn't me. Yeah. I'm thinking, let's make this guy smaller, and then we can make this guy smaller. So time marches on. Kids are going back to their new version of school now. And my grandson just started his first day of 11th grade, which just doesn't seem possible to me. Time goes so fast. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Is soap making one of those things that you have to worry about like toxic fumes and stuff. So I'm always looking at where I need to put stuff that's not going to choke me. The one day that I worked with my alcohol inks without opening the windows and having the fan going, oh my goodness, that was so stupid of me. Don't do what I did. All right, this I'm gonna book through these kind of sort of as much as I can because I don't book fast. I don't move fast anymore, and that's just the product of getting older, and I'm okay with that most of the time. Although yesterday in the garage I would have liked to have been moving a little faster because it was hot out there. But I'm excited about having more space to spread some of that stuff out. Those are the same thing. Doing pretty good here. We have, I'm hoping to hear from the contractor again soon. Our sunroom is still kind of a mess. They were waiting for the tile to come in. All right. Maybe if I tell myself 5 pieces in every one, that'll help. Yeah, okay, lie. Yeah, that would be something that you would need to be very careful of. That makes sense. Well, I have so many, I've been collecting a lot of leaves and drying them for the eco dyeing, and I have leaves in the freezer I want to get out of there soon. I've got a lot of eco dyeing to do, but I had to get to the point where I could leave some things alone. I didn't want to be eco dyeing while I was so buried in organizing that I forgot that I lost track of stuff. I guess I could staple these together, but then maybe somebody might not want that now. I think I'll stick with the paper clips. Yeah. So when you don't go places anymore, there's not a whole lot exciting things going on here. I'm just so grateful for being able to spend the time doing the reorg and to have the places to reorg. Been trying to be really good about not buying. I bought one set of things, of clear containers, but I'm trying to be really good and not buy any more. Our most exciting thing this week was that our gray water system stopped working. We have installed an expensive double filtration system from Australia that was supposed to last us like 10 years, and it lasted like 3. And my husband talked to the manufacturer in Australia, and they said, oh yeah, we're not doing those anymore. It was kind of like a little bit of some false advertising, because we were under the impression and the person that helped us install it, under the impression that they'd been in use in Australia for many years. I need to check these that don't have enough. So now we're trying to track down some new old stock for the pump. The water is so precious here in California. I really, we take a shower and we water the fruit trees. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, I'm just kind of making some color coordinated scrap packs because I have so much. I'm checking here to see how many pieces I have, so I don't have to do that when I have a gazillion. I want to make sure I have at least 5 on each one. I just have so much that it's kind of overwhelming when I sit down to work, but I'm also been talking about maybe putting these in my de-stash sale. Make a big baggie of them. Needs more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That needs more. 1, 2, 3, 4 needs more. 1, 2, 3, 4 needs more. Okay. Now that we've decided on 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's put some yellow. Hey, Vicki. Lovely to see you here. And hi, Kelly. Yeah, I'm for my lives lately, I'm not doing anything too mentally intense because then it throws me off when I want to get back out to my cleanup and destash things. So, you know, the alternative was not to do any lives at all. And I, you know, since I'm not doing a lot of other videos right now, I really wanted to make sure I stayed connected some way. So we'll get them sorted, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with them. You know, when I get to the greens, the green is like overflowing. Another blue there. Yeah, I'm really trying to get to the point where I'm like I could glue all these down on a master board. I'm trying not to keep as many scraps. I'm just trying to be better about all this stuff. But this is kind of hard. That's kind of nice. There's only so much space, you know, in a house. Like working in the garage, I was thinking, oh, I've got all this room in the garage, but we only have a 1-car garage. And that means it's not very big. All right, I need another. This will work. And I'm doing the painted papers, you know, jelly prints and stuff, I'm doing differently now. So I'd like to use these scraps up. And maybe when I get to a smaller amount, then I've got a bunch of master boards made from these, but maybe I need to do some more. I thought this jar was all large paper clips, and it's not. It's a mix. Only the second time this month? You got carried away at Walmart? What did you get carried away with? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that actually does have 5. Okay. Let's put a little bit of pink in there. Yeah, sometimes as I'm going through the reorg, what I discover is, of course, I had the same stuff in multiple places, so I've tried to pull all that together now. That's good. But then I just didn't realize how I was organizing things. So why did I have paper scraps of different kinds in all these separate places? Why wasn't all the paper scraps together? I don't know. So I'm trying to rectify a lot of that. We will be generous with these scrappage things now. Let's just move our way through them. I was never very good when they said, don't think, just do, just, you know, move right on through it. I was never good at that kind of stuff. Scraps have babies while we sleep. I totally believe that. And I finally, you know, in the studio, I mean, the studio is probably 98% done. There's just a little bit of things I want to clean up. But I finally had to tell myself it was okay to have a couple miscellaneous baskets, because otherwise I was never going to stop. I was just going to keep doing this forever. And, you know, I really want to get back to actually making things. So I gave myself one big basket of weird fabric stuff, and that's fine. And then one miscellaneous basket of papers that don't really have a home. They wouldn't go in this kind of a thing. And now I've got to get these things under control. I'll get these under control, and then I'll feel like the studio is done and I can concentrate on the garage. And I need to do something on my painting desk. All right, I'm going to get bored with blue really quick. So let's see how fast. Ooh, is your screen going suddenly all weird? Is it good on your side? Mine is flickering. These are years and years of scraps. Vicky, so yours is flickering? I have no idea. It did this the other day. Shoot. I don't know if I will have to. It seems like something is not connected right. Shoot. When this did this the other day, I had to disconnect. I might have to log off and log back on, guys. I will come back, see if I can get it to stop. I'm sorry for this.